Hi cuties, it's me Patra. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the video, we're going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. Okay, before we start, first of all, let's do a check-in. How are you? How is everyone? What are you guys doing? What have you been up to? How is life? How is your family? How is your friends? How is your goals you've set for yourself? I have been Obviously, I've been posting. I've been staying consistent. I think I've been staying consistent. A lot have happened and we're going to talk about it. By the way, my skin is already prepped. I've been using this vitamin C sample from SkinCeuticals vitamin C is one of the best vitamin C out there. Yes, their product is like 100 and something pounds, but trust me, you would love it. And I used my face gel cream from Purito and sunscreen from Numbuzin. One of the best investments you can do, because it's summer and summer is coming up, is to invest in one of the products from the Myrics. I have the blurring balm and I have the water primer. Amazing. There, I'm going to put this where I have my laugh lines on my eye to make it blurry. April have been a lovely month. It was my birthday month. I celebrated with my friends, my family. I received lovely gifts. You know, it was vibrant. I went to some events with my sister. I went to Prada screening. That was amazing. April have been very wholesome. As always, I'm going to start with my brow. I'm going to do my brow off camera and come back to you because it takes me time to actually do my eyebrows. My eyebrows is done. I use this brow pencil I got from the hair store, and I use my Elegant Pro Concealer to clean the eyebrows. Back to our conversations. My confidence have been up and down since February. One of the reason is I was made redundant from work. That was one of the things that kind of brought my confidence down. How it started is that our company was trying to partner with another company. Should I say the clinic I used to work at? They took over. They were like, we are all secure, nothing is going to happen. Come to find out, I was at risk of being redundant because they were checking everyone's qualifications. Obviously, I do have a degree. In my eyes, that was already equivalent because I worked in other places with my degree and it was accepted, but no, they didn't accept my qualification. They did give me a date to when the redundancy was going to happen, which was in 1st of April, and I found out it was the ending of February. So I had like a month to look for jobs. They didn't just throw me out of the company. I had like a consultation period where I'll speak to the manager and they'll try to help me find a job. At that point, I decided to myself, you know what, I did not want to work in the healthcare anymore. By the way, my New Year's resolution was actually to leave the healthcare industry. I said to myself, you know what, I feel like I've worked how many years in healthcare industry and I do not want to do anything healthcare related anymore. You know, it was a big thing because working in healthcare, you get a lot of job opportunities, so it's much easier. Getting redundant in this job market, especially in London, it's even worse. Next, I'm going to go with the Merit tinted sunscreen. I'm trying to test a summer look for myself, so I'm trying to see if I can use this as a skin tint rather than applying foundation all the time for summer. I was angry for ending of February to March, and then I was like, you know what, this is like a redirection. To be honest, I was more angry because I wanted to leave first, and why I really wanted to leave because the company was just so toxic. I can't fully say exactly what happened, but this is how I felt when I went to work. I would always feel anxious. My heart would beat so fast every time I'm going to work. I used to get a lot of migraines. I said to myself, you know, it's for the best. Anyways, I wanted to leave the healthcare, so this is like a gateway for me to actually finally make the decision to leave healthcare. So I haven't been working since the 1st of April. I've been obviously applying for jobs and I've been getting rejected. Obviously, that would be one of the things that brought my confidence down because bills needs to be paid. Honestly, thank God for saving. If you're not saving, this is your time to save because you honestly don't know when it comes to work. Like, you can be easily replaceable. This have happened to me like twice, and luckily all those times that it's happened, I've had savings. So even with savings, I just felt so useless. I don't feel like that anymore. From having rent money from my savings, I still wanted to do other things. It's not nice having to be stuck at home all the time just to save up some cash. For example, one of the things I really loved was going to dance class. I gave that up. I said no to a lot of stuff from my friends. I told my friends, look, this is what I'm going through. If you're going to invite me out, make sure it's low budget as possible. This is like a minimum coverage this gives you. I mean, but it does look like skin, right? You know what, I'm going to use the foundation. I have MAC Studio Radiance foundation. My sister gave it to me because it was gifted to her, but it was the wrong shade. But I don't think this is my shade, so I'm going the fuck. Yeah, I feel this primer because I'm so clumsy. I have like a cloth, my makeup rag I normally use, and I put it on the carpet because I have spilled loads of makeup on my carpet. I don't want to spill any makeup any further. Back to what I was saying. Luckily, I have friends that don't pressure me to do anything. They still ask me if I want to go. Even if I said no, they always ask me. She keeps sending me stuff like, let's do this. She knows that I'm going to say no. Very strict when it comes to budgets. And one thing about me, if I don't have the money for something, I'm not going to go nowhere. So I'm very strict when it comes to that. I'm mixing the foundation and the Rimmel London primer because I want to change the color. MAC foundation is a bit too light for me. My friends have been so understanding. They were so willing to pay. I told them I find it weird because if they pay for me, I'm gonna have to pay for the next round. And what about if I don't have the finance? That means it's not fair on that part because I really don't want people to be paying for me when I know I can't pay as well. Just found it a bit uncomfortable. My friends was like, that's what friends are for. Just like, really? You pay for me and you don't expect me to pay back? But I kind of want to contribute as well because I don't want to feel like I am taking advantage of someone. That was the reason I kept saying no to going out and meeting my friends, but it seems like I was the only one thinking like that. So kind of need to change the way I think as well. Moving on, I'm going to start with my blush. Remember, we're going for a peach makeup, so I'm going to go with Made by Mutual Cuff Case, and I'm going to use the light blush first and then go for the orange. I'm going to first remove the excess at the back of my hands first and put it like that. This is so pigmented. I think I put a lot like so, and to make sure it's blended in. For that reason, my confidence was down. If you've been watching my videos, you can see I had a hair transplant. I'm going to use this color here. I've never used this, so let's try it. Removing the excess at the back of my hands and applying the... Ooh, okay. I had a hair transplant. Everything went so smooth. I did it because I had traction alopecia because of braids, but when I was little, I had like a chemical burn. That's one of the reasons I had like scarring, and obviously I always do braids back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and this is the result. Now I'm in the phase where I just feel like anything I wear, any outfit I wear or any makeup I do, it wouldn't look good on me until my hair is covered. That's how I feel with my hair transplant. I'm like in the ugly stage, and people are asking me, oh, do you not want to wear wigs? Still using this, but I don't want to wear wigs because that's the whole point of the hair transplant. Is this too bright? I want this to pop. I've been so tempted to put edges control to just give me that swoop. I really want to do it. I love my hair short, but it's just this. Even right now talking to you, I'm looking at the mirror, I'm just like... That's what I'm trying to do, like an exposure therapy for myself, so I can get used to it. Concealer. I'm going to put that here underneath my eyes. Honestly, if this makeup it turns out good, this is going to be my summer go-to makeup look here. Oh, I'm going to let this sit for a while. I feel like I'm relearning what confidence actually is now. Always been so confident in my look without makeup. Obviously, my skin looks good. Now I question myself, am I really confident like I say? I know people say, oh, you're pretty anyways. I know I'm pretty. And honestly, I don't think my confidence is that low. It's just in some situation where I'm just like, I question my confidence. Do you get? Because my confidence was not apparent, it was more within, feeling I've lost, I have nothing. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's been through loss of a job. You just feel like, what am I doing with my life? Why is nothing going well? That was the mindset I was in a few months ago. Now I'm kind of dealing with more appearance of liking the way I'm look, even without like hair or even without doing my edges control. Talking about it and showing up like this online is helping me, and my goal in life is to have confidence, not fake confidence like social media shows. I want to have like confidence, like truly be confident in myself. And I don't think confidence is all about how you look. Ooh, guys, look at this. I want to be more confident in my decision, and even though it's going to be a bad decision, at least I made the decision. And also once I've realized like everyone is still figuring things out, I bet there's someone going through the same thing I'm going through right now. Not to go religious on you guys, it's comforting to have someone bigger than you that you can lean on. When I say my prayer, I feel peace. That's one of the things that helped me at work. People did ask me, why is this so joyful even when you're living, when you don't have a job? I feel like because I've cried enough and I've prayed, and I just feel peace. I just felt like I was going to be okay. Yes, I don't always feel okay every day, but I still felt like I was going to be okay. For contour, I'm using the same Cuff Case Chocolate Charm. Look, that's how much I use it. I use it literally all the time. This palette is one of the most convenient thing you can have. I'm removing the excess on my hands, like so, and putting it there on my eyes, my chin. By the way, let's go heavy on some contour, okay? Because this is summer look, so I need to look bronzed and peachy at the same time, okay? On the days that I'm not working, I think I filmed a lot of content, but I'm still slacking on my editing. Editing takes so long, guys. Editing takes so long. I'm not even joking with you. I managed to stay consistent, and my consistency is not 100% all the time, but I still show up even when I do not feel like it. I really had good rest, so if I was going to go back, I know for a fact that it's going to be worth it. One thing that I've been doing, I know I said I haven't been going to dance class, but I have been dancing at home. Also, I've been binging on some Korean drama. Also, have been loving waking up around 10. Some days I wake up around 6 and I then go back to sleep. Some days I wake up around 10 and I really have been loving it. I'm going to go back with this. Some days I go to bed really late, and you know what's keeping me late at night? Watching dramas. I've been binging on lots of Korean dramas, anime. If you watch Korean drama, Chinese drama, or anime, let me know which dramas have you watched recently, because I've watched a lot. I've watched Yumi Cell. By the way, I was quite disappointed at Yumi Cell. You know, I'm going to use my powder puff and tap this in like so. I got this technique from by Esther. She had like a masterclass and beauty creators were kind of sharing her technique, and I got this from her. Back to what I was saying, well, I've been looking forward to Yumi Cell season 3. When I found out it was coming out this year and I watched it, I was quite disappointed, actually, really disappointed. I love the cast, especially the main cast, the lady. I can't remember her name, sorry guys. She's such a good actress. I love her dramas, but I just feel like there's no connection between her and the male cast. I'm gonna set my makeup with Huda Beauty setting powder, and this is Cherry Bake. I have like a yellow or orange powder, use it, but I don't have that, so I'm using the Huda Beauty Cherry Bake instead. Okay, I watch Art of Sarah. Guys, I love that actress, love her dramas. She's such a good actress. Her name is Shin Hee Sung. She has a new drama coming out, and it's a rom-com, an office rom-com. Waiting for all the episodes to come out. She was amazing in Mr. Queen, and she was also in Angel's Last Mission. That drama was good. Also binged on The Price of Confession. It's a mystery drama. It's basically about a woman went to prison for killing her husband, but she wasn't the one that killed her husband. Watch it. It's good. I watched it with my best friend when I went to stay over at her house. We watched it in one go. We stayed all night watching it. It was so nice. I didn't have a peach color brush, so I borrowed this from my sister. This is the Morphe palette. It looks so good. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay. Wow, that looks good. Like guys, I can stay here and talk about Korean drama and dramas and all the things I've watched. I'm starting to get into like Chinese drama. The acting is a bit different, which I'm trying to get used to. From what I've heard about people talking about Chinese drama, I feel like they said that their historical dramas are much petter. So I decided to watch Peachy of Jade because I've been seeing it all over my For You page. You know what? It's really, really good. It really is good. And I love the yearning of love. I love the yearning. This is the NYX bronzer, Buttermelt bronzer. Yeah, so the Peachy of Jade, I love how they brought the two casts together. Basically, the guy is like a lordship and they tried to kill him. The girl found him and the girl doesn't have a parent and people look down on her. Her uncle were mistreating her and they tried to take her family house. And because she's a girl, she doesn't have ownership of the house. So she asked the guy, which is a lordship. She doesn't, by the way, she doesn't know he's a lordship, or she doesn't know he has like a high status. She asked him if he can marry into the family and he said yes. So that's how they started that relationship. But mind you, she doesn't know he's one of the greatest people in the country. So for eye makeup, I want to go for a smoky-ish look. I'm going to use this girl's video as an inspo for a smoky look. I love it, but she didn't use black, she used brown. I don't have a brown liner for smoky look, but I'm going to use my lip pencil from Rimmel London. Apply it over my eyes like so, rub it in. Oh, this is a nice color. I'm going to put that there on my eyelid. Hope this comes out good, you know. Does my eye look smoky? Ooh, oh my gosh, why haven't I tried this before? I love it. Yeah, I've been loving this Lancome Idol mascara, especially when I don't have any makeup on. This is the mascara I use and it just makes my lashes look so good. My lashes is non-existent, but when I use it, it just lengthens my lashes. By the way, I'm going to put falsies on. I'm going to pause this and put my lashes. Okay, I've done my lashes. That took like a good 30 minutes. I didn't even do it well. There's still a little bit of gaps. And what I normally do when I see like gaps between my lashes, I always go with my liner and I just fill in the gaps with the liner. Yeah, there's a gap here, so I'm gonna fill it with a liner. I want to do wings, just a little wings, and I'm going to put a black liner because I just like a black liner. I know I did brown, but I'm just going to top it up with a black liner. Okay, I'm going to use this color from the blush palette I used and I'll place it here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is my Rimmel London lip pencil. That was color 790. I have this sample from Refi. Let's try it. I don't have this lip color, so I'm going to use the blush instead. Okay. Not sure. I'm going to go with my Fenty Beauty lip balm gloss. This is another Fenty Beauty gloss. I'm gonna put this in the middle. I am going to use the orange. And I'm going to go for a clear lip gloss. Let's set our face. That was the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. Next, setting it with the L'Oreal Paris Inflammable Setting Mist. I'm gonna wear my headscarf and I'll be back. This is the look with the scarf. I changed the earring to give me that summer vibes. Anyways, guys, that's what I've been up to. That's my life updates. You know, things always happen, and I'm learning that even when things are happening in my life, I'm trying to still be joyful in some way rather than let my situation define my attitude of life. Because I still want to experience joy. I still love being joyful. I know that I'm not always going to be feeling happy 24/7, 7 days a week. Even when things are going wrong, I still had a lot of joyful moments. Yes, I was not happy 24/7, 7 days a week. I still have a memorable experience that I will always cherish. I did a lot of things in the month of April. Yes, I'm not in the place I want to be right now, but I'm taking what have happened as a redirection. Like, I'm not angry anymore. I'm over it. I'm happy I left, and I'm happy I finally took the step to leave the healthcare industry. Happy because I get to rest, you know, rest and do the things I like, meet my friends, binge Korean drama. What I did learn from this job and this redundancy is that you need to have something you care about outside of work. If you make work your be all, if that job was taken away from you, you would suffer. Honestly, this is why I'm not really suffering, because I had other things I care about. First of all, my content. That's what really kept me busy most of the time. It was a good time for me to post and edit and film because I had something to do. I was not that miserable. And always know that you're easily replaceable. So therefore, I'm going to do things I really want to do outside of work. I know everyone says this, but your colleagues are not your family. If you're someone that is going through the same thing as me, don't worry, your time is gonna come. Try to do things that is gonna make you happy. Try to start like a hobby you've always wanted to start. Try to go for walks. Try to do low budget stuff. One thing I've been doing is that I have like a little book I write of good things that happen to me a day. It doesn't have to be something big that happened to you. It can be like someone gave a compliment, or if my sister gave me something, I always write it down. That's one of the things I've started taking into practice, because it kind of shows me that there's good things happening to me. You can try it and see how you feel. So yes guys, I'm still learning, figuring things out. Sometimes I feel like I know what I'm doing, sometimes I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fine, it's cool, because everyone is figuring it out. So cuties, this brings me to the end of my video. I hope you enjoy this little chit chat. Now if you like more of this chit chat video, let me know down in the comment section, and also let me know what you think of the makeup look. If you finished watching to the end of this video, comment peach. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.